Hi and welcome to this reading. This reading is part of a series of readings that I'm doing called The Wheel Within a Wheel. I'm pulling in on synchronicities within the number 7. I have done a previous reading on this particular message that's coming through, but I wanted to explore a little further because I was getting additional information. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. A bit about me first. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I pick up on energy prior to the reading. All of my readings are timeless. Whenever you stumble across this reading, you are meant to find it. Part of, as I said, a series of readings that I am doing, picking up on the synchronicity of the number 7, the number 77, the number 777. And a lot of the time, it's messages that come through within highlighted information that is given to me by my guides. It sometimes comes through in songs, in dream messages, or in passages within biblical texts that I am shown. All of the decks that I use on my channel are my own designs because I am also an illustrator. Part of my soul's calling to combine my illustrative skills with my mediumship abilities. So I'm going to pull a card first to see where we go, and then I'll let you know the messages, wow, that I'm getting. 66, that is neurological disorders. That is Manical. That's the 7 of Swords. Now, the 7 of Swords aligns with the moon in Aquarius. And we've got Haniel on the bottom, joy and divine communication. Haniel is the Lover's card. The Lover's card is Mercury, is ruled by Mercury. Gemini and Mercury. Gemini, the twins. The twins, 2 6s. You might be mirroring somebody, and that's interesting. Let me just pop those there for a second. I'm going to get some information on these particular angels because the angel cards that have been coming out of late are so precise in terms of the messages that are coming through. Now, while I was doing the pre-shuffle for this reading, Strangers in the Night came out here. That's my Love Songs deck. We could be picking up on, I was about to, and I don't use this term, we could be picking up on a high level twin flame connection. And this may make you switch off. I believe everybody has a soulmate. I don't believe everybody has a twin flame. I believe that it is a very, very loosely used term within the collective. And my true belief is that if you are on a twin flame journey, you are a highly, highly evolved soul. You've been here many, many lifetimes, and you've been here many, many lifetimes with the particular person that is part of this journey. That's my take on it. Okay, so Manical. Psalm 38:21. This angel looks over people who are sweet and kind. It's the angel of epilepsy, which is why we have neurological disorders here. Governs vegetation, which is green. That'll come through. This is what this reading is about. Governs vegetation and aquatic animals and influences dreams. So many people who suffer from neurological disorders are prolific, prophetic dreamers. I truly believe that people with neurological disorders are, it may come across as a burden in the beginning, but it's because they have a special mission on earth to be a vehicle. The Lover's card, that's why that's come out. To be a vehicle, Gemini and Mercury. Mercury is communication, joy and divine communication. To be a vehicle for messages from the divine. If you think about people who had visions, had neurological disorders, saw things in a different way. I mean, we can look at Vincent van Gogh. He had epilepsy. Joan of Arc also had epilepsy. Harriet Tubman, who was known as the Black Moses. she was struck in the head and started having messages, started receiving messages from God. Moses hit his head, received messages from God. Highly, highly evolved, highly spiritual person receiving messages. Now, the trick is that obviously within that particular illness, there needs to be some sort of control, and whether that is through medication or through divine assistance. Neurological disorder 66. Interesting. Soul guardian for those born 9:40 p.m. to 10 p.m. Moral guardian for those born the 24th of May, the 4th of August, 15th of October, the 26th of December, and the 8th of March. Physical guardian for those born from the 8th to the 12th of February. Let's have a look at Haniel. This angel rules over divine joy and couples. And obviously we've got that divine communication. Let's pull a card. A message. See what wants to come out. Perfect match. Okay. This is a love reading. Spiritually rich and sound. As I said, a twin flame couple has worked through their karmic lessons, and not until such time they are actually brought together. It's all about divine timing. Wow, okay, this is really... So, I got Strangers in the Night. What was the other one I got? It was a Bruno Mars song. If it's meant to come out, it will. True Love. This is True Love. Okay, so... I have done a previous reading. I'm just going to get one. I'm going to use my love deck. One card here. Yeah. It's been hidden. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is the moon in Libra. This connection has been on ice. It's an ambulance. It's been on ice until you've both done the healing. The Two of Swords, that's the moon in Libra. On hold, on pause. King of Pentacles on the bottom. On hold, on pause. Now, let me get you some information about the messages that were coming through. So the verse that I got from the Bible, or the verse that I was shown in the Bible, was Revelation 4:3. Now, a 4 and a 3 is a 7. And there was a rainbow around the throne, with the appearance like an emerald. So let's have a look at this symbolism. Because what I'm picking up here, the messages that were coming through prior to this reading, we've got the color green, the number 4, and the number 7. Emerald green, evergreen, rainbow. So the number 4 symbolizes Pentecost, which is the 6th of the 8th, 2025. It's the 4th feast on the Christian calendar. It also aligns with the Feast of Weeks on the Jewish calendar. Green is the 4th color of the rainbow. On the 4th day, God made the sun. There are 7 colors in a rainbow, but the 4th color is green. So if we're looking at the menorah, it would be in the middle. The 4th word in Genesis is Alpha and Omega, or Aleph and Tav, which are symbolism of... So the Aleph is a sideways V with a cross through it, the beginning, and the Tav is an X, the beginning and the end. This relationship has been here from the beginning of time, I want to say. Because we've got the Lovers, now the Lovers card is, in the traditional drawing of the tarot, is Adam and Eve, the beginning and the end. The 4th word in Genesis, Alpha and Omega, the Aleph and the Tav. Revelation 4:3, and there was a rainbow around the throne, like an appearance of an emerald. Very, very, very highly spiritual relationship. A throne. The sun was created on the 4th day, and you need light to make a rainbow. So if you think about those 7 colors of the rainbow, it only happens when you have light. You need light to make a rainbow. And the sun is light. The Feast of Weeks and Pentecost both have green symbology. The ephod is the 4th tribe of Judah. Judah is represented by green, and the 4th stone in the ephod is green. Now, I did some research because I used gematria. This has been hidden. Spiritually rich in sound. This has been hidden. And I want to say here, it's been hidden because the moment you lock eyes with this person, you will realize the gravity of this connection. There will be a remembering. But both being held. Divinely held, but almost held back. So let's have a look at the gematria for rainbow. Rainbow 1082 and 492. Gematria is the alphanumeric value of the word. So other words that align with 1082, the 6th trumpet and the wedding. 492 is Armageddon, Lotto, 777, Volcano, Black Sheep, Kangaroo, and the Healer. I looked up evergreen because that was a word that was coming through. Evergreen, 927 and 594. 927 is Holocaust Day. And 594 is Jupiter, Rapture, Ascension, Golden Dawn, Poetry, Everton, Aborigines, South Korea, Zerah, which is Hebrew for light, and June 8. June 8 is Pentecost. We're talking about the menorah here, and we're talking about the color green, and we're talking about the light that is required to make the rainbow. So I looked up green light, 281 and 630, also 105. I'll get to that in a minute. 281 is Easter, Paul, in the beginning, holding hands, free birds, great bear, godmother, grandma death, and Astera. 630, Neuralink, 9/11, Black Moon, 3 days, Dorothy, Sunrise, April 8th, Green Comet, Zionism, Rockstar, Wake Up Call, Michelangelo, Light Bearer, and Grandmother. And because we have that June 8 reference, June 8 is 974, 594. 974 is Olive Tree, Violets, Phoenix, Australia, and Pulitzer, Castor and Pollux, which is the twins, which is the Lover's card, Wicked Game, 594 is Jupiter, Rapture, Ascension, Evergreen, Firmament, Judgment, Fortune, Golden Dawn, Poetry, Everton, and in Strong's, which is a reference to that number within biblical text. Within Hebrew text, it's the tower. The coming together of these two. And little book. So let's get some energy for this connection. Let's use this true love connection. Oh, look at that. Divine timing. That's the 8 of Wands. That's now. We're a couple of weeks away from King of Swords. Wow, that's Uranus. Uranus in Libra. There's balance coming in. Truth coming in. There's a shake-up about to happen. The 8 of Wands is what's happening in the 3D energy around you. It's Mercury in Sagittarius. That's the card of divine timing. That's now. That's communication coming through. Divine communication coming through. Maybe you're You're being given the green light. We had grandmother there. A link between a grandmother and a green light. Have a look at your connections with people in and around you. So, for example, I was just doing some research in my family history, and my grandfather's middle name means evergreen. If something is evergreen, it's always green. It's the green light. There might be something with a grandmother because that grandmother word came through. Guidance from a grandmother, or some sort of memory, an anniversary I just heard. Or some sort of communication, some sort of divine communication that comes through. The Seven of Cups is Venus in Pisces. It's a spiritual connection. So what's happening in the 3D? What's happening in the soul? The moon. Look. They run across the bridge together. But they stop on the top of the bridge. The Three of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles card is also the moon. The drawing for this particular deck, it's that same bridge, wanting to build together. Look at that, the moon. A beautiful, hidden, divine connection. Oh my goodness, that requires the light. Wow. So what happens here is these two individuals have both gone on their individual journeys, and they meet each other at the bridge. Ponte Vecchio, I just said the Ponte Vecchio. They meet each other at the bridge. And because God sees that they put their love first, he turns them into a pair of birds so they can fly away to their freedom. They're being held back. They're being held back. This deck was drawn, when I drew this deck, it's called my Lovebirds Tarot deck. Now, it was drawn because my grandmother gave me a set of teacups. I hope I'm not losing too much light. Let me show you. It's called my Lovebirds Tarot deck. And both people were being held back. Maybe somebody's been unwell. This guy was caught in a karmic cycle within a workplace. This is divine timing, judgment. And that's the truth on the bottom. Archangel Michael's sword of truth. God's calling judgment. It's time for this connection to come back together. Let's have a look at the outcome. Oh, Temperance card. Two angels. Temperance card is balance. These two people are in alignment. Balance. In alignment to come back together. And the Emperor on the bottom. The Tower. Okay, let's get Four of Pentacles. That's the Sun in Capricorn. Let's get more on this Eight of Wands, which is a card of now. Divine communication. Look, Eight of Wands on Eight of Wands. Divine communication coming, this reading, coming through to you now. The Empress card. And judgment. Judgment on top of judgment. How beautiful. This is so beautiful. Has something to do with the number 4, the colour green, June 8. What's happening in the 3D? The Six of Cups. It's a remembering. I remember you. That's a Skid Row song. I remember you. Just one look. What's that song? Just one look is all it took. It's old. Just one look. I'll find it. Just one look. And the moon. What's happening in the soul? Now we've got the sun and the moon. That is a divine couple. We've got the Emperor. Where did I have the Emperor? We've got the Emperor and the Empress and the Sun and the Moon, which is divine feminine, divine masculine energy. 2 judgments and the Temperance card. Holy smokes. And the Queen of Cups. Following your hearts back to each other. Following your intuition back to each other. Oh, and the Lovers on the bottom. This is so beautiful. Yeah, it's been a tough journey. That is the Knight of Pentacles, Saturn and Capricorn. Learning individually hard lessons as part of this journey. And that's what I was saying to you before about a true twin flame connection is 2 people. It's not 2 15-year-olds in love. It's people that have literally gone down to the bottoms of their soul, pulled themselves out, been their own light, pulled themselves out, and then they can shine a light on the other person. The 2 of Wands. All planned by the divine. We've got the 5 of Swords, which is Venus in Aquarius. Oh, look at this. And the Lovers has come out. This is the outcome. Venus in Aquarius and the Lovers on the Temperance card. Divine feminine, divine masculine. Twin flame connection. Emperor energy. Emperor energy. The Sun, the Moon, intuition. Guided by the divine. 2 of Wands. Guided. That's Mars and Aries. Guided by the divine. And on the bottom, we've just come full circle. The 2 of Swords. When you think about a rainbow comes out after the storm, after the rain. If you think about a rainbow in Noah's Ark, they had to be locked in. They had to be locked into something 40 days, 40 nights on the Ark. And then the birds go out. They bring back the green. And then the covenant with God for this relationship revolves around a rainbow. God's promise to Noah was that he was never going to flood the earth again. They were never going to have to go back and do the karmic lessons again. They'd done the work, and so now they get the rainbow. Now they get to be together. Okay, let's get a moon. Hopefully, it's gone fairly dark here. We've got Libra coming out, balance. Oh, new moon in Libra marks the start of a brand new romantic chapter. That's a bit cute. Okay, let's get you some songs. Can I Be Him? James Arthur. I Love You Always Forever. Donna Lewis. Again, I truly believe that this is a relationship. With all of these cards coming out, this is a relationship that has literally played lifetime after lifetime. I see the light. What do you need for a rainbow? The light. And at last I see the light, and it's like the fog is lifted. And it's warm and real and bright, and the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything looks different now that I see you. Strangers in the Night was that first card. I don't think you've met this person in real life. This is somebody that's coming in because you've been on the arc. Bizarre love triangle. Meant to Be, BB Rexa. Just take these as they resonate. And True, Spandau Ballet. I'll do one more. You and Me, Lifehouse. And Without You. Okay, let's get you some Scrabble tiles. Letters and numbers in here. I'll call them out. Just take what resonates. Just make a little bit of noise. I'm going to give it a shake. in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we've got a H and a 4, an I, hi, an I and a 1, an R and a 1, an E and a 1, a C and a 3, a J and an 8, a P and a 3, a G and a 2, an A and a 1, a B and a 3, a W and a 4, a U and a 1, a K and a 5, a D and a 2, an X, that's the alpha and omega, an X and an 8, an L and a 1, an O and a 1, an M and a 3. Please pause the video, see if you can make out any words. I'm going to get you 3 final cards. Anything else your guides want to tell you about this beautiful relationship? 5 of Wands, competition, the Hierophant, truth, a new beginning. This is a fated connection, a new beginning. The King of Wands, look at that. There he is standing there waiting. We've got the King of Wands and the Emperor waiting for the green light. I just heard it's go time. That's what I've got for you. Thank you so much for joining me. The songs I will list in the description box. There might be messages in the lyrics of those songs or in the music videos. All the best on this journey, and I will see you in another reading.